Alright, welcome back to another world record video. This time I actually have a mic, so that's great. I got this record about a couple weeks ago, and the way that I'm doing this right now is I'm just doing a post commentary on it, so I actually can't hear the gameplay right now. If I'm saying anything over explosions or whatever, sorry about that, but can't really help it. So this is Call of Duty Ghost Extinction, and I know that the audio is gonna cut out here for a couple seconds, and I was just making sure I was recording and checking on my grandma's dog there for a little bit because he was making some noises. So this is Call of Duty Ghost Extinction mode, where you kind of have to shoot these aliens, although they're not really aliens, they're cryptids, kind of like dinosaurs from the center of the earth that come out and try to take over the world. So my goal here is to do a speed run of this map where I have to turn on 6 generators and power up the Medusa device to explode it, kill a bunch of flying cryptids, gargoyles, and that will allow the rocket to launch. So that's the goal of this map, Exodus. This is the 5th and final map. And Extinction is the 3rd game mode in Call of Duty Ghosts. So right now I'm doing the Neversoft Easter egg thing here, although I don't actually finish spelling out the word because these guys are annoying. Flinch in this game is pretty bad even with the tooth upgrade toughness. So basically for this game I'm trying to power up these generators and all that. Extinction, so here's my first generator. Start that. I got 5 scouts I got a melee for my challenge here. Whenever you do challenges, you get skill points that you can spend to upgrade yourself. So I have a loadout, and the skill points will upgrade the things in my loadout. Looking at the HUD here in the bottom right, I have armor, riot shield, cryptid slayer ammo, and IMS. So the little shield with the down D-pad will be my armor that I can upgrade. I'm going to be spending these points on my class, which I just did really quick there while falling. A little speedrun tech there. So what I'm doing right now is I'm leaving the generator to go in search of these schematics. So I need to find these little red toolboxes around the map. I think I'll have to find about 18 to 19 of them in this game actually. And I'm searching for these little parts that I can get to build these schematics. So this is a venom grenade schematic right now, which I will use to trap an ancestor, which is what made this run possible to beat Extra Beer's previous record of 25 minutes and 47 seconds. So I'm going to craft these here, and then I pick up the NX1 grenade schematic and I start searching. I know that there can be 5 to 6 red search boxes in this spawn area, depending on the seed of the map, pretty much. Of course, we're not doing any kind of RNG manipulation or anything, just jillion resets in order to get this run. I ended up spending 21 hours of recording time to get this record back from Extra Beer. So now I have the NX1 disruptor grenades ready to craft, and I have my venom grenades already crafted in the bottom right. You can see them there. So I just found the arc attachment there, which is actually really good. I need that to get this record, and you have like a 1 in 12-ish chance of getting it whenever you search a box holding the chainsaw. That's the whole reason I bought the chainsaw there. Another RNG thing is whether or not you get extended mags from the first locker that you search, and I will reset for that. I know some people don't reset for that, like I'll see Extra Beard, grab rapid fire and just hope to get extended mags, and that makes sense whenever you're streaming, of course, but for this, it's just me alone at 12 in the morning gaming, so I'll reset and get that extended mag so that I have a higher chance of actually having the run get everything I need. So I need the extended mags and arc attachment. Now here's the ancestor trapping, so this is really interesting here. I'm going to throw a venom grenade as soon as I see him land there. I'm going to craft the NX1 grenades. I'm going to throw one to break down his shield, pick up venom grenades, spam all 4 of them while I'm dying here, and then I'll activate my engineer shield a tiny bit late, perhaps. Now the ancestor will kind of float up and down and do some funky stuff. I'm going to leave him. And my challenge here is, killing 5 aliens with a distance of 65 feet, aka set the traps and run away. So I'm going to pick up a sticky flare schematic over here and start pushing the red boxes kind of towards where I need to go. I kind of search them in a specific order. That's why you'll see me run past them sometimes, because I'm saving them for a later schematic whenever it's a better time to search them. Of course, the spots are randomized for these red search boxes, like where they end up popping in on the map, but they're only randomized to a certain degree to where you know that you'll have at least a few in this area here, at least a few in that area there. You can kind of predict whether it'll be 2 boxes or 3 boxes depending on previous areas. If you're good at the game and kind of memorize all that stuff like I had to do with all of these hours of runs. I'm still searching some boxes here, which there's no real point to. It's just kind of fun, and we could get some cash or some Crooked Slayer ammo or something if you already have that entry gun, which I don't yet because I haven't bought it yet. So a little bit more about the game itself. Like, this is a pretty old game. It came out in 2013, and obviously, like, if you've watched the Extra Beer's stream where he was stealing back his Exodus record from a child, then yes, you'll know I am a child. I am currently 17, and this video is kind of like the child strikes back. So I got my record back about less than a month after he took it from me. It was about 3 weeks or so, and since it was summertime, I was able to get some extra hours in. So now to finish this ancestor trap here, I'm going to stand in this circle and try and get 12 kills while I'm watching him float up and down. And as soon as I walk past these little crates and boxes here, he'll be stuck or he'll go into his leave animation. I want him to get stuck, but that doesn't quite end up happening in this run here. So it'll just mean more RNG for later if I can actually hit the snipe or not. I hold up my pistol and I'm ready. As soon as I see him fly up, I'm going to dash behind me like that, but he didn't fly up far enough to get stuck, so he's actually going to start slowly floating this way. I'm going to wait for him to get past the tree just barely before I activate my engineer shield to just double up D-pen. There. And then he'll turn and he'll fall face down on the ground and start slowly floating up into the sky, which I will save him for later and kill him during the final fight to help speed up the game a little bit. So like the whole goal of Exodus, like how you speedrun it, is you can always get to the Medusa at the same time, and you just need to get extra prepared for it. More prepared than the last guy, basically, is how these records work, or just play better than the last guy, like Extra Beer did with me. He just played better than I did, and that's the 2 ways you can prepare, is either just get super prepared or be better, and Extra Beer is better than me, so I just have to keep resetting until I get a really good run where everything falls together like this. And this run could still be improved for sure, and I'll point out those parts whenever we get there. But now I'm still searching up some schematics here. I have my Venom grenade schematic with 1 box already searched in 1 part there, so I know that that's probably, I've not missed any boxes yet. I searched that box there, and I can see that there's 4 possible locations for this building here. The trap challenge is very simple. All you do is set the traps and they'll get all the kills for you. So I'm going to craft these Venom grenades right over here, and that way I can pick them up later and just waste these other 4 NX1 grenades whenever I'm killing the ancestor. because I don't actually have the NX1 Disruptor yet, so it's difficult to kill the Ancestor while speedrunning without the NX1. That's why I use the 4 grenades to help me, which will be the next generator whenever he comes in. It's always the second generator in the gas station and garage areas that have Ancestors. One cool thing about Exodus is you can play it in practically any order that you want, as long as you open up the correct doors, you know, to traverse the map. You can activate the generators in any order that you want, and that kind of allows speedrunners to get creative. But this is the pretty much only route you can take for the door glitch run. Yeah, I'll stick with that. That's just pretty much the only run like the only route you can do for the door glitch. But the regular Exodus speed run, you can do this run, but like this route. But honestly, I don't know why you would. It just goes around the back and takes a long time. Whereas you can not do the door glitch route and do the regular Exodus route for the regular Exodus speed run, and you won't be able to do the door glitch if you get that Ancestor, but yeah, it's just easier because there's less running around the whole back of the map kind of thing you have to deal with, if you know me. So yeah, I'm getting some more kills here with my chainsaw, just kind of waiting for this generator to end at this point before I have to kill the next Ancestor. But the hard part about these Exodus speedruns is really trying to balance everything all at the same time, between crafting all of the schematics, finding an arc attachment, extended mags on your chainsaw, getting all of the challenges completed that you can, not dying, you know, killing these Ancestors whenever they do appear. There's just a lot to balance all at once. So my challenge here is kill 5 aliens in 30 seconds. So I'll just do that really quickly here before I worry about killing the Ancestor. And I have the pathetic grenades there that I have to remember to pick up, which I've forgotten in the past to pick those up, and it's been kind of bad. So gotta remember that whenever I'm done. I just upgraded my class up to max with the skill points. I do it quickly so you might not be able to see, but that means that I will have some better engineer and weapon specialist ability stuff. So my abilities will last 10 seconds instead of 5, like they do whenever they're at the not upgraded at all. For this Ancestor here, I'm going to throw the NX1 grenade. That's going to stun his shield so he can't pull it up. He's going to throw a black hole at me. And the shield's not stunned anymore, obviously, because he pulled it up, but it does stun it for a little bit. Now he's going to force choke me. That's what I call this move. And this does, like, I think 72 damage between the 5 hits of 18 damage each or something like that. Well, no, that doesn't matter. But, yeah, it does a lot of damage for one attack. It says it in the spreadsheet and everything. So it's bad whenever you get force choke without armor, because it can really damage you a lot. Here I'm using my weapon specialist ability, which gives me infinite ammo on my clip for 10 seconds. And the funny thing is it actually makes you do like 0.9x damage, even though the game says it's a game damage buff. It's the code says it's not, so it's kind of funny. I'm going to buy the VKS here before I get all the money from the Ancestor there. You see the $3,500. They give a ton of money. That's a lot compared to like $60 from a scout. That's the little guys. Now a little bit about my speedrunning tech here is the reason I bought this sniper is because of a tooth upgrade called Sniper Deadeye, and that gives you 50% extra cash basically because it makes every hit a critical hit with the sniper rifles, and this is like the only good sniper rifle in the game and the only good one on this map, because it's the only one on this map. And basically this will allow you to get extra cash during the Medusa fight, which thanks to the nine-tailed foxes, we found out that $38,000 is what's required to fill up the Medusa, and that's, you know, the final fight. So whenever you start it, you have to get $38,000 and then it's full. Now here I can actually predict where these 3 boxes are going to be because of the previous areas not having a lot of boxes. I know that there has to be 3 here and in these locations. So I grab them and then I'm going to get prone. Just kind of show off the NX1 Disruptor a little bit here by using Big Shot to kill 4 of them immediately. I did that for the video. So here, I'm just gonna try and get 15 kills while prone, and I have to go grab my Tesla schematic. But anyways, back to the Medusa fight. I'm trying to get as much money as I can, as quickly as I can, and the category that this falls under is Exodus door percent, which uses the door glitch, which only works on Xbox 360 edition, and that's the one that I have, so hooray, I get to use it. And of course it won't compete with the regular Exodus run that can work on all consoles, which does not use the door glitch, because the door glitch only works on this one console. What the door glitch does is whenever you open up a door, it will cycle clockwise to the other gates, which might sound a little weird, but that's kind of how it works. So whenever you get the left gate with the phantoms and scorpions, if you open up a door during the Medusa fight, then you'll get the rhino spawns and seeker spawns from north gate. Same thing if you open up the door during north gate, then you'll get the gargoyles and bombers. But if you open up the gate during the east gate, which is the gargoyles and bombers gate, then it doesn't actually go loop back around to the phantom scorpions. It loops to the overtime spawns, which are everything. So you'll even have mammoths and phantoms, rhinos, scout scorpions. Now here is one of my time losses, so this is kind of bad. I was trying to pull out my IMS sooner, holding my pistol so that I could sprint while holding the IMS, cancel it, and then have my pistol there and land at the generator right as it was going over to being able to be activated. But I was taking some damage from some of the other cryptids, so I started killing them, and then I was too late and my sprint wasn't ready and I wasn't holding out my pistol, so I lost around a second or two there. So that's unfortunate. So I know that happened, but I was like, oh well, I'll just keep playing. Now this challenge can kind of suck sometimes. Pardon my language. 90 seconds is a long time whenever you can't buy armor and ammo and everything. So yeah, it can be difficult to survive, because I also can't use my class abilities like weapon specialist and engineer shield to help me. So I'm out of armor, I only have one hit left on my riot shield, and I'm just trying to survive for 33 more seconds before I can buy myself armor again. Now my riot shield's gone, so I'm going to start taking a lot of damage, because I'm pretty fragile because I'm not tank or medic as my class. Phantoms deal a lot of damage per hit, between 33 and 34 in close range, and that means they can either 3-shot or 4-shot you depending on your RNG. Now I'm just running and I'm very close to death, but I'm ready to spend to self-revive if I have to, because the only ways you can lose in this game are if you run out of self-revives, which I have 2 right now, and then you go down, and then you'll actually lose, or the generator is destroyed. Those are the 2 ways you can lose. Of course, you can also quit the game, which is a mission fail as well. So I'm repairing the generator now. Since I'm an engineer, I can do that with my weapon out. I don't have to do the knife, pull out a box, press X, cancel the box. Funding a little glitch in order to do that. I'm an engineer, so I can just walk up here. So now I'm going to get back to my searching for the Tesla trap. That's a phantom, by the way. They are like teleporting hunters are the red guys. And phantoms have half the health of a rhino, which we haven't seen yet. It will be at the end. I've also been trying to pick up the eyeballs as I've been going around for the eyeball Easter egg. Now here I get a liquid battery, and I want a nucleic, which is the best one. There's 3 levels of Tesla trap. There's the cell battery Tesla, and then there's the liquid battery Tesla and nucleic Tesla. Nucleic Tesla will give you the advanced Tesla trap, which will deal a ton of damage, like 3,500 per hit, whereas the liquid only does 2,500. So I'm looking for that one more red box, which I know has to be here, based on the previous searches I've been keeping track of in my mind. And I see that it's going to be right over here behind this wall, and I know that if it's a liquid or nucleic, I'll pick it up. If it's a liquid, since the other one was a liquid as well, I just picked it up, knowing that it wouldn't be something I have over extra beer, because we both have liquids now. Whenever I was like talking like I'm competing with him basically. If I got a nucleic, that would be something I could have as an improvement. But if you're taking notes trying to beat this record, then if you get a nucleic, then that's better than what I had. So good luck to you. Another thing I did differently was with my skill points. I am not doing +4 IMS, which basically only gives it 2 extra shots. It doesn't increase the damage at all. So it goes from 4 to 6 shots whenever you upgrade it to +4. And I decided I wanted more Cryptid Slayer ammo because of the arcing stun ammo gets upgraded by each additional point that you put into it. Now, if you get a kill with arcing stun ammo directly, it does not give you the Sniper Deadeye 1.5x money multiplier. But if your arcing stun bullet damages another cryptid, sets them on fire, and then the fire kills them, then you actually do get the 1.5x multiplier. So, since it's very rare that just the bolt itself will kill them, because it does half the damage of a bullet from the BKS, which does about like 350 damage or something. You can double check that later. Just pulling numbers out of my mind here. Now it's time to run, so I bought the IMS, and that's protecting the generator, just hoping that that's going to keep it alive. I'm sprinting, I'm doing a little strafe there, I don't think it changes much, but bouncing off the pillar there for fun. So I have to run all the way back around and wait for the money to be added to my cache and watch for the doors to appear, so that it would be like I could open up a door and then I can actually enter into the final Medusa fight arena. So if it was a regular Exodus speedrun, I would just be standing there right now, but I'm actually going to wait right outside of the door. The money entered, I see the doors appear, I run in. And now this is the other part where I make a mistake. I kind of buy a riot shield and sit in the corner, which isn't inherently wrong. It's just I take too long over here in the corner. But my goal here is I'm going to pick up the eyeball soon, and then I will throw down a sticky flare to get all of these cryptids confused, and they'll be looking at the flare like, ooh, shiny, and they won't be attacking me. And then I can snipe the Ancestor with my Engineer Shield up, and then start the Cortex, because the Ancestor has a 10-second death animation. So I'm going to use that. So I picked up the eyeball off the eyeball Easter egg now. I'm going to throw down my sticky flare. Now I'm running up these stairs. I'm going to activate my Engineer Shield once I get up here. That way I can really focus and not have anything attacking me. I aim right in this tiny little hole, very hard to hit. Extra Beard missed his shot, unfortunately, so that's why I was actually able to get this record. And then here I activate the Cortex like 5 to 6 seconds late. I think that 22 minutes and 37 point something seconds is like the fastest you can do it. That was definitely fun. So I ended up getting the correct gate that I need. This is the 1 in 3 RNG, and at the point that I see this, I start freaking out. I'm trying to tell myself like, oh, it's just like practice. I'm constantly shooting all of these guys as they pop up out of the ground here. There's going to be a bunch of rhinos. Here's our first rhino of the game. So there's 2 of them inside of each other there. I'm trying to not use my weapon specialist ability. I'm going to save that one for later, whenever I think I need it the most. I throw my sticky flare, and I'm switching my controller. I have a pro controller, so I switch the button layout now to where I can shoot with my right bumper and throw grenades with my left bumper, and then my left bumper slot doesn't actually have a bind. So as soon as I throw the sticky flare, I don't need it anymore for the rest of the game, so I switched to that one. And as soon as I bought the BKS, I switched to the right bumper slot. So I'm killing a big group of aliens right there. That gave me a ton of cash. You can see that the yellow bar on the left is filling up, and with each amount, like dollar amount that I get, if it's C+0, don't worry about it. I'm still getting cash for it. There's a mammoth. This is my thumbnail of the video right there. Me aiming at that mammoth. So the mammoths give 2,000. I decided to still not use my weapon specialist ability. I'm holding on to that for like very end. And I like having the IMS at +3, because sometimes +4 IMS, like, it just is up too much and it will steal the kills from me, not allowing me to get the 1.5x money multiplier on every kill. So I really want it just for the rhinos, and then because I can't get the 1.5x money multiplier by killing a rhino or a man. So shooting at that rhino there, I can see I'm almost done. I know I'm a little bit ahead of pace, and I can see I'm about to die, and there we go, I die. So this is another improvement point. I could have not died here, but I don't think it's slowing down too much because I popped up and killed that rhino instantly. Recovered pretty well from it. I do believe it does slow down the spawns a little bit, but yeah, I'm getting a few more kills right there. And then I'm going to activate my weapon specialist pretty soon. I see like I believe that's a phantom coming over the fence there. They give a bunch of money if you can get a crit kill with them. They get 1,500. So I'm trying to aim for the hunters and the phantoms. There's the phantom. I got him. And I'm aiming over here, waiting for that voice line to pop up that it's ready to activate for real. And I run all the way over there, do a little hop, skip, and a jump, and then boom, I detonate the cortex. And have to wait for 13 seconds before I can stop the timer. You kind of hear the music as it plays, and then 25, 42.72. Mission accomplished. There we go. Thank you guys for watching. I got 486 kills there. I've been playing Extinction for about 10 years technically, and this is my favorite game, so thank you guys for watching this. It was awesome. Bye.